father was the village magistrate. A simple man with a simple code, justice. He gathered the few people that he could to stand against you. You and your bullies were driven back by farmers with pitchforks. My father saved his village at the cost of his own life. You had him shot as you ran away. A hero at 1,000 paces.
I'm sorry. I don't remember any of it.
You don't remember?
For you, the day Bison graced your village was the most important day of your life. But for me, it was Tuesday.
And now, our feature presentation.
I got this fucking song stuck in my head.
Oh, that's my fault. My bad.
Because I almost started this shit saying, see my vest. You know, I'm not going to start it because we start a sing-along here, but...
We would.
Yeah, we definitely would. I mean, you have a lovely baritone voice that probably carries. So
if I had to, I would have to blow it out.
Very nice. Wait, what?
That's right. What?
Jesus
no,
Christ.
like what?
Wait, what?
What?
Oh, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, it is time once again that the Cinema Villains proudly bring to you another brand spanking new episode starring with your hostess with the mostest, the fantabulous, the gorgeous, the very indubitably I forgot my words.
Wow. Look at you.
I forgot words, complimenting myself. But that's all right. The very forgetful.
There you go.
Shaggy Black alongside me. One downright fierce competitor.
Hey.
Jose. Jose, how are you?
I am great. I am even better after that. That was smooth. I like that.
You know the crazy. You know the crazy shit.
What's up, man?
That's why I stopped, because I almost used it for me, and I was like, no, that's not who this is for. This is for my man who's definitely downright fierce here. So definitely
that's right.
that.
Hell yeah.
That's right, man. Other than that, yeah, guys, thank you for tuning in again this time. I know you patiently waiting for us to pop out these episodes whenever we can. Boop, boop. All like 67 of you guys
that's right.
are listening to our last our episodes. Actually, you know what I've seen since going back and since we actually started getting back in the groove of things? Mm-hmm. A lot of people are going back and listening to the old shows.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you for that. Thank you.
We appreciate you.
Hey, all you new listeners too. Thank you very much.
Yeah, every new listeners, we thank you for being a part of us and then like not hitting the unsubscribe button as soon as you do it.
Right.
Our faithful listeners, thank you for going back and listening to episodes that you probably haven't seen or listened to because you haven't seen the movie,
right.
But maybe you've seen the movie now and you're going back and listening to those episodes. A lot of the episodes I'm starting to see are starting to trend up.
Right.
Some episodes have hit the triple digits finally.
Yeah.
And then some episodes have finally eclipsed the 40 mark. But, you know, it's cool to see because we do this not just for us. We do this for you guys because, hey, man, we listen to podcasts too.
Yeah, we do.
And we understand, like, we need something to fill that fucking void. And we are very excited and proud to keep doing that for you guys every time we put stuff out. I wish we could do more, but obviously we're still human.
We are very human.
So we still do what we can to bring content as much as we can. More human
than human.
Or more human than flan.
That too.
Or are we more flan than human?
Speaking of more human than human, The Munsters was confirmed PG.
Really?
Yes.
I'm actually more excited now.
So this is Rob Zombie doing a family movie.
I'm actually way more excited now.
I kind of am, only because now I know we can't use his normal dialogue.
No.
So I'm like, oh.
This is gonna. I don't think. You know what? And this is just off track because now you brought it up,
Exactly.
and I wish this is something that we talked about off air.
I know, right?
Why do we do this?
I don't know.
Why do we do this? This is shit that we should wait off air to talk about. But fuck it.
We need a list of shit. Hey, let's knock these topics out
Knock
before
these
we
out
start.
now, and then just make sure. But no, as a matter of fact, we're not talking about that now. This is not a Rob Zombie movie that we're fucking doing. But we will talk about this as soon as this.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Like absolutely, we'll
I
fucking
know our
talk more
listeners
about
like,
that.
no, I want to hear y'all's opinion.
Actually, no. You guys, if you really want to hear our opinion or have questions about this, you can always hit us up on the Twitters.
That's right.
At cinema_villains, or you could hit us up on Instagram at cinema_villains. You know how to find us.
Yeah, we're
we
there.
Literally are lonely. You can talk to us. Someone will answer.
We will respond. It's not like we're gonna ignore you. No,
absolutely not. We will literally follow up.
Like, I get so happy. You're like, oh, someone
Like, oh,
messaged
shit.
me. Oh, it's a bot.
Social activity.
Yeah, I was like, oh, it's a bot.
Yeah, it's definitely.
Damn it.
We just like, please don't do that to us. Like, just, reach out. We'll talk.
reach
We don't
out.
bite.
We don't.
Unless you're into that.
And then I'm into that. I'm into all drugs.
You should-
all the drugs.
I am a horrible influence on you.
Yeah, you are.
Anyway.
So is Jean-Claude Van Damme.
Oh my God.
Speaking of all the drugs, speaking of all the cocaine.
Oh, okay. That was a nice segue.
Yeah.
I see what you did there, and I really appreciate it. Speaking of which, good people, good Cinema Villains crew, we are covering today's movie is a special one.
It is.
And we wanted to cover this. Actually, Jose brought this up.
Yes.
We wanted to cover this movie a while ago, but Jose.
So spoiler alert! If you listen to our old episode where we had a movie planned, and then I was like, no, we gotta review Spider-Man so we can put Green Goblin in. Shaggy mentioned, wow, we were excited for this movie, but we switched to Spider-Man, and guess what the movie was? It was this movie right here. One movie from the year 1994. One movie based on probably the most popular fighting game of all time. Maybe. Probably. No, absolutely.
It definitely is.
There you go. And, absolutely. This is Street Fighter, the movie, starring the GOAT.
The movie.
The game.
The movie.
Starring one of the GOATs themselves, fucking Mr. Raul Julia. And, of course, Jean-Claude Van Damme. JCVD.
Rest in peace to Raul Julia.
Yeah, so behind the curtain, we don't, like, we've said this before. We here at Cinema Villains do not plan our movies.
No, we don't.
Sometimes we do, like, if we have something. Sometimes we do.
Try as we might.
But normally it's just we'll see something on Twitter, on Facebook, on Instagram. Something will pop up in the zeitgeist, in the universe. And I'll be like, hey, Shag, we should do this. And that happened to me the other day. I was on Facebook, and one of my good friends, shout out to you, Shane.
Love you, buddy.
I love you. He shared that it was Raul Julia's birthday. Well, it would have been his birthday.
It was his birthday on May 9th.
Yeah, May 9th.
And
March.
March 9th?
Was it March?
March 9th.
Yeah, because it's March. Because we're in March. I was like, wait, what?
March 9th.
And, of course, they had the Gomez Adams.
Mm-hmm.
And they have a picture of him as Bison in that post. So I was like, yeah, no, this is a sign from the Lord. We got to do Street Fighter.
Yeah, and I was like, shit, all right, yeah. I had no problem doing Street Fighter because this is one of those movies, when we started doing Cinema Villains, when Cinema Villains was just a fresh thought in our minds.
Yeah.
That was one of the first movies we wanted to cover.
Absolutely.
Like, just guarantee. Like, right after we did Mortal Kombat.
I was about to say, yeah, because we were like, yo, should we do Street Fighter now? Or
do we wait? And it's like, nah, let's wait.
Yeah.
Let's wait. Because we got a bunch of movies, and I kind of was like, and then you brought it up, and I was like, oh, shit. And it's a little bit of like, did we know what we were going to watch? Because I damn sure didn't.
Yeah.
I had no idea what was like, what the fuck are we watching? And while we did, I like how we first started out to try and have these lists.
Yeah.
And then we completely just threw that shit.
That list is gone.
That list it sits there and it's like,
Hey guys, there's still like all these movies. Hey.
Yeah, but there's this one.
Yeah.
And it's like, you can't keep putting me off. Like, we can.
Oh, we absolutely can.
We can. It just depends on what we like to watch. Depends on what we want to watch. You know what I'm saying? So it's very interesting that we are doing this because this movie, I was telling Jose, this movie made me a huge Bison fan.
Bison!
A huge M. Bison fan. For those who do not play Street Fighter or have been around video games like that, or everyone's heard of Street Fighter.
Oh
right?
yeah, absolutely.
Everybody's heard. It's one of those pop culture things.
Yeah.
You may not be into it, but you've heard of
exactly.
it. Right? Street Fighter was a part of my childhood. Mortal Kombat was definitely a bigger part of my childhood,
right.
But Street Fighter definitely was a part of my childhood. And as you know, as some people know who know me personally, or actually has been in my living room, there is a big ass Ken Masters mural in my fucking living room.
Yes, there is.
And that is my favorite all-time Street Fighter character. Bison is second. And I am horrible with Bison.
Yeah. Damn charge characters.
Like fucking charge characters. Like he was the only charge character I wanted to learn how to play, but I got too impatient and I just stopped. But if it was Bison related, I liked him as a character.
Right.
I just did not like using him.
Yeah, I remember what was Championship Edition when you could finally pick him.
Yeah.
I remember always picking Bison just because I fucking loved the Psycho Crusher. It was just a fucking cool move to me. I don't know why.
Oh yeah. And then imagine seeing that shit in the movie. It wasn't the same.
It wasn't the same, but hey, it was still
actually
hype.
As a child.
You knew, as a child, it was hype.
You knew what it was. You were like, fuck yeah, he's doing it, bro.
Yeah.
Well, now you're watching it in like your fucking mid-30s, and you're kind of like,
they have.
I see the strings.
Yeah.
But hey, Raul Julia flying through the air.
I saw a comment to talk about, man, in my head, Raul Julia is literally levitating through the sheer will of his acting ability.
Yes,
it's like
it's not even strings or anything else.
Like, that's how good an actor this man is.
That's why he died earlier than he did. He used every ounce of his last acting ability for that role, and it was just it's like you've used too much of your life, your life source. We must now go, and. But when I grew up, growing up, like I said, I was definitely in those laundromats.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Definitely in laundromats, in fucking Chuck E. Cheese, in arcades. Shout out to Tilt back in Jacksonville, Florida. Well, rest in peace, Tilt.
Hey, we had a Tilt too. That's pretty dope.
And then we also had like Aladdin's Castle.
Okay, yeah,
but like Aladdin's Castle was like in Orange Park, and for those who know, Orange Park is like very fucking far. If you listen to if you're in Jacksonville, you listen. But growing up, I was definitely in those arcades and playing Street Fighter and just like, pumping my little coins in it. Street Fighter 2 especially.
Yeah.
And then obviously growing up and having the games in the house. But then getting hype for the movie coming out. And as a child, I did not care. Right. I was like, holy fucking shit, they're making a Street Fighter movie.
Yeah.
I want to see this.
Exactly.
I'm waiting for you to tell me that you went to the theater and saw this.
Oh, absolutely.
Of course you did.
You know I did.
Of course you did.
Of course I win.
Of course you did.
I was so fucking hyped. And then, of course, I was already a Jean-Claude fan.
Yep.
So, let's fucking go. He's this guy. Oh, I'm hyped. Even though now I'm like, why was the most non-American dude the most American dude?
We will get to that motherfucker here in a second. But, just getting into it and just looking forward to it, right?
Yeah.
We are Street Fighter meant a lot to me growing up, but not I admit if you were a fighting game fan, Street Fighter is probably in your top 5, if not your top 2.
Right, exactly.
Period of franchises. Mm-hmm. It's in my top 5, it is not in my top 2. That belongs to a certain Chicago-based fighting game series.
Killer Instinct?
Another Chicago-based fighting game series.
I just had to do it.
I was like, you bastard. Another based.
Pit Fighter? No.
They're like, fuck you. Like,
no one knows who Pit Fighter. You just saw that YouTube video.
Exactly. Get the fuck out of here. Like Pit Fighter, even though I had that on the Sega Genesis.
Even though that unlocked a fucking memory when I saw that shit, I'm like, oh, we're like,
dog. I I played the shit out of Pit Fighter. Okay,
Yeah.
like I had it on.
I
Sega
remember that.
Genesis.
I remember that
I
game.
played the shit out of Pit Fighter.
I remember
Up until,
that arcade somewhere. I don't know
I
where
got
it was.
stuck on a certain level, and that's when I just stopped playing. But like, I fucked with Pit Fighter, right?
Might have been my local Pizza Hut, or the Pizza Hut I went to as a child. Might have had it. I know they had Final Fight. That's where I fucking wasted money on some Final Fight, dog.
So it was obviously Mortal Kombat. We're not going to talk about that, but this is all about Street Fighter. Like, just growing up, Street Fighter just one of those games that I fucking loved, and I was like, yo, I'll fucking play. Especially when then I got older, then you got the Versus series that came out. Mm-hmm. That's why I have that's why I have an actual Capcom machine in my house.
Capcom presents.
Sadness.
Yeah.
But, I really... and I really was hyped. This is one of those things. I think I even said in Mortal Kombat. This is one of those things that I saw. It's something that I knew.
Yeah.
And I was super fucking hyped about as a kid. Now, granted, I didn't go to the movies and see this. I had it on tape.
There you go.
I had it on tape. I rented it from Blockbuster. I wore that sumbitch out until I just bought it.
Right.
Until my mom bought it for me. That was my shit. And I knew Jean-Claude Van Damme. I knew who Raul Julia was because of the Addams Family movies.
Exactly.
But I was like, hey, that's that guy from Addams Family. And I was like, no, he's playing Bison. And then when I found out he died, I was like, oh, shit. So
like, oh,
I didn't know death wasn't death wasn't a thing to me at the time. And then that happened. I was like, oh, shit. I think that was like my first instance of somebody dying. Like, oh, shit. Like, they're not going to be around anymore.
Right.
Like, huh. Well, all right. You know?
Yeah.
Like, because this movie came out in 94.
Right.
Like 94, 95.
Well, yeah, it came out in 94.
Yeah, 94.
When did The Crow come out? Because that was another one. Was like, oh, he died. Damn.
I wasn't into The Crow though. Not until later.
Oh, really? You didn't?
I was into Bruce. So I was into Bruce Lee.
Right.
But I wasn't into The Crow until like much later.
Right.
And The Crow.
Understandable.
Let me see. The Crow came out.
The Crow. As
I want to say 95. No, 94.
Oh, it's 94 too. Oh, wow.
94.
So that's like back to back almost.
May 11th, 1994.
Okay, so that was first. 'Cause Street Fighter came out December.
Yeah,
apparently.
Street Fighter came out and.
So apparently, here's a trivia. Mm-hmm. Street Fighter was apparently released December 23rd. Mm-hmm. And that's Guile's actual birthday. I don't know if that was intentional.
Maybe?
The character Guile from Street Fighter. Yeah, apparently that's his birthday.
That's funny.
So like that had to be intentional, right?
It had to be since he was kind of like a focal point of the character.
Yeah.
Even though, like, when you think about this movie, it's all over the place.
Oh yeah.
But, anywho, but one thing about this movie, like I said, growing up as a kid, I obviously didn't go into the movies and see it, but growing up as a kid, Raul Julia, I always thought was an interesting dude anyway.
Yeah.
But when you ask me what's your favorite Raul Julia role, it will always and forever be M. Bison.
Yeah.
He literally got me to like a bad guy character.
Right.
Now, and young Shag was not like a fan of villains until his angsty teenager days.
Right.
But like fucking Bison, he made Bison cool to me.
Right, exactly,
like, super fucking cool. And like holy shit. And like to this day, I'm still thinking about getting a Shadaloo or a Bison Shadaloo logo somewhere on my shit. And I don't use Shadaloo a lot because like 9 times out of 10 it's like, you looking at terrorist organizations? I'm like, well, this is fictional, so leave me alone.
Exactly.
But these are things that I like. That's the type of impact Raul Julia had as in Bison to me.
Yeah.
Like on the highest of keys. I mean, how do you feel about that? How do you feel about
pretty
like,
much, yeah. Absolutely, because he acted his ass. Like I said, Raul Julia is an actor, my guy.
Yes.
Like a thespian.
He had no fucking business being in this. But then again, he coming from Adam's family and then Adam's family values and then doing this.
Yeah.
It's kind of like it would have if it hit the way it was supposed to. Yeah.
Exactly. But yeah, no, absolutely fucking I always say the 2 rows you should watch to see like an amazing actor do an amazing job on a terrible movies. I always say number 1 is Raul Julia as M. Bison. Number 2 will always be Frank Langella as Skeletor and Master of the Universe. Both that's like
Yeah.
1 and 2 to me. It's like, yo, watch these.
Yeah.
These motherfuckers don't give a shit
No.
that they are in a terrible movie.
Yep.
They come out and they give you fucking perfection.
Yep.
It's like, god damn.
Like, no. I remember that. Just yes. And it's just so good. But obviously, you saw it in the theaters, Jose. Tell me about Little Jose and how this movie shaped you and everything else, man.
No, yeah, because at the time, Street Fighter was the shit, dude. Come on.
Oh, dude,
I fucking
yes.
loved it. I fucking had it on SNES. I actually got a fight stick. And I was like, this sucks. Because at the time, I was like, fuck fight sticks. Oh, my God, I can't play on them. Give me this controller. Yeah, and then the movie came out. I had to see it. It was amazing. I always remember watching it. I always remember that they showed the teaser of Mortal Kombat 2 before the movie.
Boy.
And I was like, let's go.
That man.
But yeah,
hype machine. And
But
now,
yeah, man, it was fun, man. It was just, even though I was like, wow, no one did their moves though, except for Gao. We'll
Gal
get into
did his
that later.
flash
Yeah.
kick. Like,
There was a Hadouken,
some people did their shit, other people didn't, but it was kind of like,
which is true. So the stunt coordinator or the fight choreographer, he was just training them. He didn't know shit about Street Fighter.
of course.
So he just training them, and then finally, like the producer, the Capcom people was like, "Hey man, are you showing them their moves?" What?
I was like, what do
Like,
you mean?
This is Street Fighter. Everyone literally has specific moves. And he was like, "Well, shit." And this is like deep into. There's like
deeper
days
introduction.
left. Like
He's like,
they're like,
shit.
"Oh, damn it."
And that explains a lot.
So that explains why everyone just fights. No one has a particular style.
Nope.
Yeah. So
But I mean, like, and then like I said, growing up, this movie to me could do no wrong. Because it was everything. It wasn't Mortal Kombat, but this was like, that's when I was like, okay, no, this is fucking cinema,
exactly.
quote unquote. But like growing up, I saw this movie as a kid. I was like, yo, I fucking love this, and it was like a great popcorn flick. I'm like, yeah, look at this.
Yeah.
And now we watch it
And we're like, oof.
as old. Now, how old were you when you realized that this movie was not good?
Oh, shit. Okay, so 94. Let me see. I'm not about 9. Yeah, 85, 94. Okay, yeah. Had to be in my teens.
Yeah.
Like, maybe middle school, high school years where I'm like, oh, this is ass.
Yeah.
This isn't Mortal Kombat Annihilation ass,
Yeah.
but this is still ass.
Yeah. It was definitely my teens when it started playing on TV every other time. And I was like watching. I was like, yo, this is horrible. I was like, this is a bunch of barnacles.
This is hell yeah. It's one of those things once you start, when people are like, yeah, there is no good video game movie. I'm like, what are you talking about? Mortal Kombat is awesome. Okay, what else? Street Fighter. Is it though? And you start thinking about it like, oh no.
Yeah, you go back and you watch that shit and you're kind of like, what is this?
Yeah.
Like, everything is wrong. This is not Street Fighter. This is a bastardized version
Yes.
of what I grew up with. Until they do it again in 2011.
And then, you know what? This movie's not bad.
Exactly. It's like, you know what? I can appreciate.
You know what? I can appreciate what they
Street
did.
Fighter the movie.
Exactly.
I can definitely appreciate
Oh,
this.
no. I
For
was
what
like,
this was. Street Fighter to me was one of those. It was one of the first movies I realized it's so bad it's good type
Yes.
of deals. Like, those are rare. I mean, especially when you get older. Because at this point, like, dude, you don't have to subject yourself to this, right?
Exactly.
But this one is so bad. It was like, this one's really one of those movies that was so bad it's good type of deals.
Right.
And I look for little things that, like, I get hype over. But, like, the biggest thing about this is Raul, like, just not Raul, but Raul Julia. Mm-hmm. And that's, like, when I think of, like, who's the hammiest motherfucker I've seen on screen, but make a character look great, it's fucking Raul Julia.
Exactly.
Like, that, he was fantastic.
This man is acting, y'all. I
Dog.
don't give a shit what y'all say.
It's so funny. This probably speaks to, like, how nerdy I am, but every woman I have ever fucking dated or just been with or anything else, if I bring up Raul Julia, they just think of Gomez Adams, and I'm like, that is not who I was looking for. But like, the day they say, hey, the day someone says, yo, Raul Julia? Oh yeah, you mean M. Bison from Street Fighter the movie? I'm gonna be down on one knee and I'm just gonna be like, marry me today. But other than that, before we get into like his greatness,
Yeah.
what is your favorite Street Fighter game?
Game-wise? Ooh. Oh, man, because Lord knows I put so much time into Street Fighter 2.
You want me to just tell you what mine is?
Yeah.
Street Fighter Alpha 3.
I was just going to say that.
Street Fighter Alpha 3.
It's probably Alpha 3.
I mean, look at the fucking Ken poster,
exactly
man. That is literally his goddamn, like, his
Alpha 3
artwork.
probably has the dopest Bison.
Yeah.
That's why. Speaking of Bisons, we're talking about Bison.
Yeah. Dopest integration to Bison.
Yeah, that Alpha 3
period.
Bison was the thing of nightmares.
I want to say I do not remember beating Alpha 3 Bison.
I remember doing it, but like,
but I do not remember beating Alpha 3 Bison, like, at all. I don't. I still, to this day, you can ask me if I ever did. I do not remember fucking beating Alpha 3 Bison. Like, I can't tell you with a straight face if I did or not.
Right, because honestly, it'd probably be, if I would go top 3, it'd probably be Alpha 3, Street Fighter 4, and Street Fighter 2.
Okay.
See, here's the thing. Third Strike probably would have been 1. But I didn't get into Third Strike because I didn't have a way to play it.
Oh, yeah.
Because that's the thing that killed me. By the time Third Strike came out, my small-ass town, laundromat was done with arcades.
Yeah.
Like, we're not doing that shit no more.
Yeah.
And I'm like, well.
So, Alpha 3,
Yeah.
number 1. Third Strike, number 2.
There you go.
And as much as I want to give Street Fighter 2 Turbo Edition,
Right.
like, I'm thinking of playtime too.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go ahead and say I'm actually gonna balk at that. That's gonna be an honorable mention because, like, even though I pumped a lot of quarters in that playing like Fei Long and shit like that, it was realistically Street Fighter 4.
Yeah.
It was indestructible.
Hell yeah.
Like, it was.
Well,
like,
you gotta think Street Fighter 4 technically brought back fighting games, bro.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Definitely did. Street Fighter 4 brought it back, or Mortal Kombat 9 were kind of revolutionized it.
Exactly.
So, like, it's like, in that one like that, but those three kind of the ones I've really definitely Alpha 3 is like the one I will go to bat to any fucking time of any day.
Yeah, because Alpha 3 was such a weird game to me because I just literally bought it. Like, I hadn't played Street Fighter in years. I'm like, Street Fighter 3, I'll buy this shit. And I like fell in love with it. I put in time on that fucking game. Like, holy shit.
Alpha 3 on the PlayStation 1.
Yeah.
See, I only had Marvel vs. Capcom 1 and Street Fighter Alpha 3 on the PlayStation 1.
Yeah.
And I just remember playing as Ken, Cody, oh shit. Oh no. What's my fucking name? Fucking Sagat's student.
Adon.
Thank you. Adon. This is a Jackie Kick. Yeah, I just like those were my 3 that I definitely just rough shot with.
Yeah, who was mine on Alpha 3? Fucking Akuma. Because I'm always going to play Akuma.
Oh, yeah. No,
Akuma is the man.
Everyone, you either love it. One thing I do like with those Shotos, and Shotos, for those who don't know, Shotos are just pretty much your kung fu characters, but like not your Bruce Lees, but they are your Ryus, your Kens.
They
and
can
your
shoot a
Akumas.
fireball by going and doing a quarter circle.
Yeah. That's perfect. Yeah. Thank you. Everyone had their favorite Shoto.
Yeah, and it's Akuma all day, because goddamn.
A lot of people were Akuma, and I'm going to tell you this. A lot of black folks like Ken.
Oh, yeah.
Black folks love Ken. That motherfucker's the Jeff Hardy he is the Jeff Hardy of the fighting game black community.
Because he's seen Ryu getting stomped, and he's still taking time.
He's like taking time. He's just coming down and dancing.
He's like, I'm coming to Ryu. Let me just.
He's like, he's throwing his fucking hurricane kick, just like, he's just like, yo, he is a pillar of the black community.
Yeah.
Like, if a black person tells me if a black person who plays Street Fighter tells me that they don't like Ken, they have either been playing Street Fighter all their fucking lives to actually get an actual character that they fuck with heavy,
right,
or like they just like Ryu and they're just super weebs. So like that's my only that is my only thing. But like, there's not one person that I don't know that doesn't like Ken. Like, There's not one black person I know that plays Street Fighter that doesn't like Ken.
Right.
They like Ken as a character, either that or they'll fucking play with him. They know how to play him. That is their go-to Shoto.
Right.
Then they'll probably upgrade into Akuma because like nope, Akuma's badass.
Yeah.
And I'm Captain Edgelord. Oh shit! Hold on. Yeah, sorry about that. I just had to answer that. I just got a phone call from one of my coworkers. I want to say at the time of this recording, I want to give a birthday shout out to my brothers in arms, my boy Mike Larry, and my boy Matt. Both coworkers of mine. Happy birthday, y'all boys! And it's fucked up because I know I'm older than both of them, but they both had birthdays this week of the time of the recording, so I wanted to give a drunken shout out to both of them. But speaking of drunk, let's get back to the topics. But yeah, those are my favorite Street Fighters. And then, like, obviously, I had my favorite characters.
Yeah.
But and your favorite characters, I'm just gonna assume.
Yeah, in Alpha 3, it's Akuma. On Alpha 3, I definitely use Akuma, Cammy, and Guy, I think.
I tried to get into Guy. I just found, like, Cody cooler.
Cody had that amazing sidestep move.
Yeah.
That could sidestep fucking everything.
Yeah.
It could sidestep that fucking Psycho Crusher.
Dude.
That Bison throws out at the fucking end.
Throwing rocks at Bison was the funniest shit.
Yeah.
Like, that was just me. Like, and
the knife. Criminal upper!
Like, criminal upper! Just doing that, and it was just the greatest shit ever. But wait, no, is your favorite character just Akuma, like, all throughout?
Yeah. Consistently, I'm always going to use Akuma Cammy. Mm-hmm. Through every... even
Akuma
though I'd fucking... Juri was the shit, Street Fighter 4.
Okay.
That made me a fan.
You would be a fan of fucking
Oh,
Juri.
she's amazing.
Of course.
She has I am a sucker for eye powers, as you know.
Yeah.
And she just... Doing! And then in Street Fighter 5, they gave her an eye patch. I was like... Mwah! Oh my god! And she takes off when she powers up. I'm like, Capcom, my heart is right here. Thank you. Yes, give me everything, Capcom.
You fucking nerd.
But the only thing I hated about Juri Street Fighter 5, they kind of changed up her style.
Oh yeah, they did. They definitely changed up her style.
So just like, oh,
he's like
you took away her dive kick, bro.
Oh yeah, nah, because Street Fighter 5 was one of those games that
was
something late. Mm-hmm. But anywho. Yeah, just like Ken was always my go-to. Like, if Ken's in the game, I'm going to pick Ken. Like, I at least know how to fuck a motherfucker up with Ken. Cool.
There you go.
I try to get into other characters, but, like, every time I get into a character, I kind of always retreat to go right back to Ken. Because I'm like, at least I can get, like, a win with Ken.
Right.
So, like, and it's not the fact that I was afraid to play as any other characters, but, like, if Street Fighter 6 drops and they bring back Sean.
Ball in?
Yes.
There you go.
I'm exact moon.
We are in there, bro.
We are in there, right? So, but going back to this, we highly, if you've never seen the Street Fighter movie and you know a little bit about Street Fighter lore or just the games, just the phenomenon, go back and watch this silly fucking movie, man.
And there's no other way to put it. This is a silly ass movie. This
movie is super fucking ridiculous, man. Like, when I tell you that this movie is like it's all over the place. Apparently, you can only it's not streaming anywhere currently, but occasionally it'll be popped up.
Yeah, it'll pop up on Netflix and Amazon occasionally.
Yeah, definitely pop up on those two. You can rent it from any of your rental properties for like $3.99. Yeah. It's worth.
I'm about to say it for my physical media peeps. There was a Blu-ray released just recently by Mill Creek. It's a nice little steelbook, and it's dope. It comes with a Bison dollar. So there you go.
It does come with a Bison dollar.
So yeah, it's pretty dope, man. I highly recommend it.
Worth five British pounds.
5 British pounds.
The moment I kidnapped their queen.
Can you imagine? Can you imagine? Like, we were talking about this during the movie. Like, imagine me and Shag working for fucking Shadaloo.
Dog, that's all this movie was.
Shadaloo. What is Shadaloo? Yeah.
It's Shadaloo.
And fucking, we're over here in Bison talking about kidnapping the queen. I'm just like, dog, we might need to quit.
Like, bro, we might need to find a fucking way out of here, bro. Like, the more we watch this movie, the more I realize that Ryu and Ken in this movie were played by me and Jose. Like, I was Ken. He was Ryu.
He's talking about the Pax Bisonica. That's when I'm giving you the Orange Cassidy taking off my glasses. This is a nightmare. Just like,
This is a nightmare.
Yeah.
Like, just super serious. It'd be like, yo, we got to get the fuck out of here, dog. Like,
hey, Bison, we're gonna do a damn run. We're gonna do a gun run real quick.
yeah, it's like, we're going to check everything. Ah, yes. Bring Zangief with you.
Fuck. You be saying that.
Be like, shit. Be fucking like, I'd be cursing more than DJ.
Exactly. Just be like, take Zangief with you. Fuck. I mean, just fucking A.
Yeah,
That's
all right. Bison,
Yeah,
yeah.
Hail Bison.
Hail Bison and all that good shit.
Shit.
But man, like, no, this movie just like this is like if you want to see how me and like Jose's relationship actually is, watch this movie and just look at Ken and Ryu.
Absolutely.
And that is like just literally because we're just like, man, what?
Only neither one of us is as noble as Ryu gets at the end. 'Cause
No,
both
no.
of us would have been like, yo, we
Both
need
of
to
us
tip.
have Ken. Both of us can have Ken like fucking properties.
Yeah.
But like our relationship is like Ken and Ryu in a sense, because like one of us is gonna get the other in trouble,
Yeah.
and it's just like the other one has to get somebody out.
Exactly. I'm like, I'm gonna fight this man. I'm gonna fucking fight him.
I was like, I'm gonna fight him. I was like, dog, hey man, don't do it. Nah, go ahead and do that shit.
No,
like,
go for it, man.
Oh shit. But the one thing we both can agree on, because we would have blindly both followed fucking Bison.
Oh no, man. He doesn't. He got He got points.
Dog, look.
He got points.
Look, my man's was spitting. Like, he was big. He gave those he gave those fucking speeches, and you forget how insane he is when you hear these speeches, because them speeches, if he was running for fucking president, I'm like, goddamn, he got my vote, bro.
Yeah.
And I was like, yo, he's gonna fucking destroy everything, right? I'm like, yeah, but you heard what he made my point. Now I feel like how a Trump fucking supporter would feel.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, just like, now I understand you.
You got it, right?
Like, I understand you now. Like, I'm not still doing that shit,
Right.
but I understand.
That being said, I'd rather have Bison.
Yeah, no, I definitely pick Bison.
At least I know Bison can fight.
That too. That's
always my fucking go-to with politics. Can they fight?
Can they fight? Can this man fight?
I just need to see a punch. She'll throw a punch. I just need to see.
Exactly.
That or fucking, since we're wrestling fans, can they sell a Stone Cold Stunner? Because Trump absolutely could not. It's like,
No, it's just not. But from one dictator to another, let's go ahead.
There you go.
Let's go ahead and talk about General M. Bison, played by the late great Raul Julia.
That's right. General Mike Bison.
General Mike Bison. For those who don't know, should we even touch on that?
Yeah, fuck it. Might as well.
You were the keeper of the knowledge.
So, according to the original Japanese game,
Street Fighter, the original Japanese Street Fighter 2? Street Fighter 2 game. Yeah.
Yes. So, M. Bison is not M. Bison in the fucking game. He is fucking... He's Vega.
So, there's three key names.
Yeah, those...
M. Bison,
Yep.
Vega, and Balrog.
Yeah.
Everyone knows in America, well, people who play Street Fighter know the fucking Japanese lore with that. But those three names are synonymous. Now remember, M. Bison, who is the guy we're covering.
Yes.
Vega, obviously the sexy Spaniard with the claws
And the mask.
and the mask, and Balrog,
Who is the boxer.
who is the boxer, who looked super fucking familiar to a black boxer.
Yes, who was
An
highly
American-
popular during the time of the release of that game.
Yes. It looks like a very, very popular African American boxer.
Yes, one
during the
who's
90s.
going to eat your children.
Yes.
He's going to eat your soul.
Yes.
Yeah.
And one who is truly incapable, like, and like remarkable, and like pound for pound one of the best fighters in the 90s, probably of all time.
Yes.
Right. So those three names, can you tell me exactly what the actual Japanese definition or what they were actually supposed to be in Japan?
So M. Bison in Japan was Vega.
Was the
That's
person who had the
because
mask.
Balrog the boxer was M. Bison
And the M was
standing for
and
Mike.
Yep.
Mike Bison. Does that sound like anything?
That sounds very fucking familiar, Jose.
Yes.
I wonder why.
Yes, exactly. And then, of course, Vega was Balrog for some
Vega
reason.
was
So there
Balrog.
you go.
I mean,
Once they brought that shit to America, they were like, yo, we cannot call this black boxer Mike Bison.
because they could at the time. I mean, now you probably could get away with it and not get sued heavy. But back then, when this man was when Mike Tyson was on the top of the fucking game, like in the top of the tippity top of fame, lawsuits were going to rain the fuck down on that poor Japanese company.
Exactly.
And you cannot. They did not want to take those chances, so they swapped the names to the characters we know today.
Exactly. So that's when Vega became Vega. Well, Balrog became Vega.
Mm-hmm.
Vega became M. Bison, and M. Bison became Balrog.
Yep. And that, my friends, is a cinema villain fact.
And that's why Mike Bison, goddammit. Well, yeah, M. Bison, fuck it. M. Bison for us.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like when you go to fighting game tournaments with people from Japan, you just call him Dictator.
Yep.
That's why everyone's like, okay, we know who you're talking, because they know him as fucking Vega.
Yep.
So that's why he's just called Dictator a lot of times.
Yep. Just the Dictator.
Yep.
As a matter of fact, let us go ahead and hit up the tail of the tape.
Tail of the tape.
For General M. Bison. Obviously, full name is M. Bison, but we probably know what that M stands for.
Yeah, exactly.
Obviously, his alias is General Bison. Of course, the origin of Street Fighter, the movie.
The movie. The game.
The movie. Occupation is drug lord, which isn't heavily upon. It wasn't heavily upon, expanded upon in the movie, but it was still like.
So was he a drug lord in the game too? I thought he was just straight up dictator.
Dictator,
we just
but
talking
like
about the movie.
Dictator, but like the movie, and I think kind of later on, you kind of found out that Shadaloo's got their hands in everything.
Mm-hmm.
So, but the drug lord, dictator, and head of Shadaloo. Powers and skills: durability, energy blast, gliding, and resurrection via life support system. Spoiler alert.
Resurrection.
God damn it.
Speaking of bosses,
fuck no.
No, we're not going to get into it.
We will be here all day. Jesus Christ. His hobby, conquering countries, world domination, and torturing innocent people. His goal is create an unstoppable superhuman soldier in order to allow him to gain control of the world. To kill Colonel Guile and his team, prevent anyone getting in his way, and of course he failed. His crimes: attempted murder, kidnapping, theft, and drug trafficking.
There you go.
The type of villain.
Wait, how is it attempted murder? This man murdered people.
Yeah, he did.
I
guess the attempted murder would have probably been towards like the hostages.
I guess, yeah.
But he didn't. So, and the type of villain he is a delusional tyrant.
Not a dictator.
Come on. So technically,
we're right there.
So technically, his occupation is dictator, but but tyrant.
Yeah, I guess.
That's kind of like that makes more sense. That makes way more sense. But my man Jose, can you go ahead and get ready to hit these lovely people with something they haven't been hit with in what seems like forever?
Right.
In the synopsis.
My bad, I feel like I cut you off. But synopsis for Street Fighter, the movie.
The game.
The movie.
I'll be doing that shit.
We are going to be This is short and sweet, baby. Let's go. Colonel Guile and various other martial arts heroes fight against the tyranny of dictator M. Bison and his cohorts.
Well. Let's go ahead.
Short and to the point, my guy.
Let's go ahead and bring this episode in.
Let's go.
Amen, man. Take a swig. It's actually not that bad.
No, it's not. Shout out to Jameson Orange, right?
Yeah,
That's what it's called?
Jameson Orange. It's not bad. It's like biting into an orange.
Yeah, it really is.
It literally is.
It's almost like a fucking old-fashioned without the ingredients.
Yeah.
Almost.
Almost. But it's kind of like, hey, okay, this...
Like, I wanted to know fashion. I don't have the ingredients. This will do.
This will come. This will come. But you know what you want if you really want, like, just to get a little quick, like, bartender, kind of like if you really want like an old fashioned without like pouring an old fashioned or buying like some bullshit ass mixed drink that says old fashioned on it. Look for Slow and Low.
Slow and Low.
Rye. It's like a rock. It's made Slow and Low rye, but it's made like rock candy.
Okay.
It's it tastes like a fucking old fashioned.
Oh, nice.
Except it's like super street, but it's still fucking hits, and it's inexpensive.
Oh, nice.
So just to let you know, just to let our listeners know.
You'll make me look for one later.
Slow and Low.
Slow ride. Wow, 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 wow.
Street Fighter, 1994. Directed and written by Stephen E. D'Souza, which is a familiar fucking name.
Yeah.
If I do say so myself, I wonder where this director came from.
Well, he's known for writing such classics. Classics, you say? Yes. Classics. Such as Die Hard and Commando.
Yeah, and we wonder what the fuck happened with this.
Oh, there's so much more, too. 48 Hours.
Yep.
What else we got? That's probably it, actually.
That's probably all the good shit.
Judge Dredd.
That's also a movie we're going to end up covering.
Beverly Hills Cop.
Okay, yeah, I mean.
The Flintstones movie.
Ooh, I can't wait to cover that.
Cadillacs and Dinosaurs.
I really can't wait to cover that because the game was fun.
That was a fun game. I don't remember it being a cartoon. Oh, yeah, I do. It
was a cartoon.
It was a cartoon.
It was a cartoon game and a movie.
He's done some Tales from the Crypt episodes as well. Hudson Hawk. Yeah, that's pretty much all. The Running Man, bro. Let's go.
Oh, shit.
Let's fucking go. We got to do that movie pretty fucking soon.
There's a lot of movies that he's done that we're going to end up covering.
A lot
and
of these movies.
More that we want to see and some that we don't. But Stephen E. D'Souza, actually, Street Fighter, written, directed Street Fighter 1994. The movie has a hell of a fucking cast. Stars Jean-Claude Van Damme as Guile, Raul Julia as M. Bison, Mina Wen as Chung-Li, Kylie Minogue as Cammy, Damian Champa as Ken Masters, Byron Mann as Ryu, and it's funny because they're all is it Ryu or Ryu?
Yes.
Thank you. That is exactly the answer I wanted, but and was happy to receive. I didn't think I was gonna get it. The correct pronunciation is Ryu.
It is Ryu, yeah.
But like I'd say Ryu. I still say Ryu to this day.
I still say Ryu to the day too. I mean Ryu every once in a while I'll say both, but yeah.
Ryu if I'm trying to impress anybody.
Yeah.
Ryu is if I already got him.
Yeah.
It's
exactly.
Like, it's like, hey, I don't need. It's like, hey, you're already my friend, and I don't care. Like this one will do. But Andrew Byroninski as Zangief, Roshan Seth as Dalsim, Gran L. Bush as Balrog, Kenya Sawada as Captain Sawada.
Hey.
Peter Navy Tuosopo as E Honda. Wes Sundi as Studi as Sagat.
Fuck yeah, Wes Study, our fucking first Wes Study movie.
Yeah, man.
This is another guy going on a quick tangent that's a fucking actor, dog.
Yes.
He's been in everything. You've seen him in Last of the Mohicans. He's been in a lot of stuff, man.
He's
been in a lot of Oscar-winning shit, and then he pops up in Street Fighter as Sagat.
Out of all
shit. People.
Everybody has that one black.
I saw like what is it? One of those GQ videos. It's like whenever it's like, hey, they talk about their roles.
Yeah.
So I'm like, please tell me they bring up Sagat. They brought up Sagat. I'm like, let's fucking go. He's like, yeah, man. I really wasn't familiar with the game. My kids loved it, so I did the role, and I did my. I
tried.
He's like, I tried. He was weird because I see Sagat, and he's like a 7-foot Thailand boxer, but he's like, I got to actually learn more when I did the moves for the game, which I guess we could talk about later. Or something, but yeah. So it was just hilarious to see him.
Jay Tarver as Vega and Robert Mamone as Carlos Charlie Blanca.
No, that fucked up a lot of people.
Oh wait, I'm sorry, I'm forgetting another fucking cinema villain staple: Miguel A. Nunez Jr. as DJ, and obviously Greg Rainwater as T. I'ma get my money and leave. Hawk.
Thomas Hawkins.
Thomas Hawkins.
Someone said that's his name, and like I refuse to believe. I was like, I refuse to believe that's his full name.
Dog, that's right on top of finding out like motherfucking Scooby Doo's real name is Scoobert Doobert.
What?
Yeah, someone put that shit on. Like, I saw that shit on Twitter. Someone took that shit to Wikipedia and fucking changed the name. And it's fucking. I swear to God, you go look that shit up right now, and it says Scoobert Doobert. And I was just like, nope.
I would just call him Scoober Doobert.
Like, I want off this planet.
It's like hit the end button.
Like, hit it. Like, I don't want to live on this planet anymore.
Random fact: Andrew, the dude who plays Zangief, Andrew Bryanowski, he's Leatherface in the Platinum Doom remakes.
Nice.
Yeah, well, there you go.
I knew that name sounded familiar because I also thought he was a wrestler at one point.
Yeah, I thought so too, but I guess he was. I don't know.
Probably,
if he is.
he looks familiar, but the name looks way more familiar. But I may remember the name from other horror movies.
Yeah, that's probably it, because that's really, out of all his, what you call this shit, his filmographies, those are the ones that pop up. Those are the memorable ones. This one and him being Leatherface. And the Michael Bay remakes, or whatever, the Platinum Dooms, yeah.
You got paid?
You got paid?
Dog, that whole, he was a gem.
He was a gem.
Quick,
change the channel. DJ giving him that look like, dog.
Every fucking body.
Him and Ryu were like,
bro, what? DJ especially had enough of his shit already. Like, bro, just no.
You could tell at the end when he's like, DJ, he's like, fuck.
he's like, Lord Jesus, be offense.
All the people I had to run into.
Like, Lord Jesus, be offense. I don't want to see this motherfucker no more.
Oh, shit.
But no. It is now, Jose, time to play a rip-rousing game.
Yeah.
Of bop or flop.
Oof.
Well, are you gonna
bop it?
Thank you.
Flop it.
I don't feel right if you don't. I don't feel right if you
That's
don't do
hilarious,
that.
bro.
So, Street Fighter 1994 had a studio budget.
A studio budget
of $35 million. And in 90s money, that's a fuck ton.
Yeah, this is a budget, big
30,
budget production.
$35 million.
Never forget the Phantom had what, 40 million?
40
we were
million.
Like, where?
Like, where was this money?
Because they showed that bitch the other day on TV. I was like, nah, I gotta watch it. I was like, oh no.
Like, where was this money going? I mean, like, I understand if you had to pay, like, fucking... I understand if more of that money had to go towards Raul Julia and also go towards fucking Jean-Claude Van Damme.
Yeah.
But where the rest of that shit's going?
That shit went to Jean-Claude Van Damme's.
And Jean-Claude Van Damme and then his coke habit.
Yeah.
Oh, boy. Trust me, people.
We promise.
We will get into that. But it had a budget of $35 million.
Yeah.
First off, was this a bop or a flop, Jose?
Oh, fuck. I'm going to say flop because I know critically this was a flop. So I got to say this was a box office flop as well.
Okay. All right.
Even though I feel like it might have made money, but fuck.
It's okay.
I'm still going with flop.
It's okay. It's all right. It's all right. It's all right. So, with that being said, with a budget of $35 million, what do you think this movie ended up making?
Does it count just the box office? Okay, good.
Box office.
I was like, because I know it made money home video.
That's probably so. It's actually. Nope, this is box office because I got an interesting little tidbit like for the rest of that. Now that you bring that up, but this is box office worldwide.
Okay. Worldwide, I will say, even though I said flop, I will say it made like. Fuck, I want to say 100 million.
You sure?
No. So 35 million. I'm trying to think.
35 million was the budget.
I feel like this was a...
But a worldwide budget.
Not budget. You say worldwide.
I'm sorry. It is box. When I say box office, I definitely always mean worldwide.
Okay.
That's like during the whole movie's tenure. box office worldwide. And
50.
you sure?
Is it really?
You might have been right. You might have been right with one of those.
Oh, motherfucker, Shag. I hate you so much.
You might have been right with one of those. I'm gonna let you think and figure out which one.
I'm going to say 100. Fuck it.
You gonna say 100 million?
Yes. I will say it made like 100.
Final answer.
Yes.
All right. So, Jose,
I feel like that's too high now.
with a budget of $35 million, you said this movie was a flop. Granted, you and I would still say this is a flop.
Yeah.
But commercially, worldwide box office for this movie was $99.4 million.
God.
So technically, it wasn't a flop. It was a bop.
It just was a critical failure.
It was a fucking It just sucked.
Everyone saw it and was like, nope, not again.
Yes, everyone went and saw it and then realized,
okay,
fuck no.
See, that's what was fucking me up because, like, I know people saw this movie.
Come on, man. You and I were fucking hyped as kids, and we couldn't have been the only ones, right?
Right.
So, and then worldwide,
and then that's what it was. Worldwide, I know someone.
High key. I sat there when I looked up these numbers. I'm just like, ain't no fucking way.
You was like the meme, ain't no fucking way, boy.
I was like, ain't no fucking way. I was like, let me go look at the budget. I'm like, $35 fucking million? Where? Bitch, where? And I'm like, $99 million for that?
Yeah.
I'm like, all right, bro. All right.
You couldn't even give my man a blue glowy figure for his psycho cursor?
Nope. Not it. You couldn't even put the electrical shit on him.
Yeah.
That you put, I'm like, all right, bro.
Blanca didn't shock anybody either.
But one thing that we want to point out, that this movie made its money, but Capcom, which is the company who owns Street Fighter, and makes the fighting games for it. Mm-hmm. Capcom gave its money to Universal, who they
put up half, right?
They put up half of it, right? Capcom, and I'm gonna just read this blurb.
Go for it, bro.
From Wikipedia here. The film was commercially successful with a worldwide box office gross approximately 3 times its production cost.
That's 3 times.
And its home video releases and television broadcasts were also profitable, with the film earning the Capcom company a returnable of 15.5 billion yen.
Okay.
Which is $165 million.
Yeah.
From the box office and home media. However, it was not well received by critics for its campy tone, unfaithfulness, and to the resource material and overblown effects. Of course, Raul Julia's performance as in Bison, however, was singled out for widespread critical acclaim, garnered him a posthumous nomination for Best Supporting Actor at the Saturn Awards.
I was about to say, I know not the goddamn Oscars. No. I was about to say,
if it was Oscar nominated for this,
I was about to say, bam. I know he did a good job.
Hey, bro, ain't no fucking way.
I was like, hold up, Shag, hold up. When you said he was nominated for Best, I'm like, Shag,
hey, bro, I'm just reading. While the film was nominated for Best...
Quick, change the channel.
Quick. Change the channel. While the film was nominated for the Saturn Award for Best Science Fiction Film, the film was Julia's final theatrical performance, as he died of a stroke 2 months before the film's release, and the film is dedicated to his memory. But yes, I'm just as shocked as you.
Yeah.
Like when we watched, another thing that we watched for kind of review for this was a YouTube channel. Under the name of Mac McMuscles.
Shout out to Mac McMuscles.
Who covered Street Fighter the game, Street Fighter the movie, the game.
Yeah. The movie.
I tried so hard not to say it. That's why I paused.
Yeah.
But and he reported that Capcom, while the movie didn't do too good, Capcom made money off the fucking movie. Like, they were fine. And to the point to where Matt himself was invited to one of the gamer shows that came out during the late 2000s, and he was told by one of the Capcom representatives, Capcom, Street Fighter the movie, right? You guys make fun of it. It's not good. We know that. But every time that movie streams on television, Capcom makes $1 million.
Yeah.
And
that's insane.
That's
Holy shit.
fucking stupid. Like, not stupid in a bad way, but like, yo, they're like, this movie is trash, but we finna make bank.
Yeah.
Good Lord. Kudos to Capcom, because
Right.
Lord knows if the game was bad, the movie was bad, that could have fucking crushed Capcom.
Yeah.
But it did the quite opposite. So, but anyway, we could talk about the Street Fighter plot of this movie, which...
We don't really have to, I don't think. Yeah.
No, Jose, you can literally just go over what happened in the plot, and then we'll just go over like our parts of the movie.
Yeah, like a quick plot summary is Bison has kidnapped like a bunch of hostages, and he's about to he wants $20 billion. He's like, give me $20 billion, or I'm gonna execute these hostages. And Gao's like, hey, fuck you, buddy, we're gonna get you. Hey, Charlie, be good. And then as Bison beat the fuck out of murdered the fuck out of two men. He's like, okay, man, here's your chance. You want to fight me? Come on. Show me what you got. And he just instant kills like 2 soldiers. Finds out that Carlos Blanca is somehow Charlie.
Which we don't even have to cover that.
Yeah.
We can just like...
And basically that's it. It's a race to the clock movie. Bison's going to eliminate hostages if he don't get his money. And it's just, that's basically it. You're introduced to Ryu and Ken. They're hustlers in these movies. They're not like a martial arts champion and a wandering nomad fighter. And that's pretty much it.
So there's not a lot of street fighting.
No, that's the thing. For a movie called Street Fighter, there's not a lot of fighting. And I remember Maximilian brought this up one time. Maximilian, YouTuber dude. He's like, the biggest problem about Street Fighter is every time someone is about to fight, something happens and the fight stops.
Yep.
Like the biggest example is early in the movie, Ryu and Vega are about to fight each other.
In the cage.
Yeah, and then fucking...
Street Fighter, literally a stage in Street Fighter.
Yeah. And then Gao just busted in the tank and like, hey, everybody's under arrest.
Yep.
So it's like, well, shit.
We didn't get anything.
Yeah, we can't do this really like we did on Mortal Kombat where we rank our fights because there's really like
There's only like 2 fights and they're all happen at the end.
Yeah. And this
3 fights.
I think that's a criticism Kenny Omega, a wrestler, AEW wrestler, had. He's like, dude, I love that movie. But honestly, besides the fight at the end between Guile and Bison, I cannot tell you one fight that happens in that movie.
I can only tell you like before we watch this movie, I can only tell you about 2 fights. Guile and Bison.
Yeah.
E Honda and motherfucking
And
Zangief.
yeah.
That's it. That is it.
Yeah, like I always forget they have a tag team fight at the end. It was Ryu and Ken against Sagat.
I forgot about that.
And Ryu does the Hadouken. We always forget about that because it's kind of like a
Like, it's like, hey,
it's not like a big-ass ball of energy flying at you. It's just like a
It's like one of those things we even got in Mortal Kombat where you threw where Liu Kang threw the fireball and it was just like a spark of just energy. And it's just like, oh, shit. We marked out anyway because we're like,
Hadouken. Yeah, it's like, let's go.
But, dog, like, first off, Bison coming on screen. This man is probably, Raul Julia dressed as Bison is probably still the coolest fucking things I've seen in a video game movie.
Yeah.
And we have better graphical technology today.
Right.
But that is still top 5.
Yes.
Because he is head to toe looking like fucking Bison.
Yep.
The only thing missing was him doing the fucking pose like he's about to throw fucking dice every fucking time. And I'm just like, yo, kudos to the production team, makeups team, whoever, doing what they needed to do to make sure he looks the part.
Right.
Because holy shit.
That he didn't throw the fucking cape like a boss like he does.
Dog, no. He took off his cape, but he didn't fucking take that shit off and throw it to the side. But he did kind of like...
He does kind of throw it back.
He kind of whops that bitch every fucking chance he gets.
Yeah.
This man made this movie.
Absolutely. Like, you watch this movie for Raul Julia's performance. 100%.
Yep. And you watch this movie for another reason.
For the muscles from Brussels.
Mr. Guile himself.
One JC VD.
Okay, so you guys have been listening to us.
We've teased it.
We teased it long enough. You guys have been listening to us and you're wondering, like, well, guys, you're supposed to talk about the villain and not the hero of the movie.
We'll get back to that. But
this motherfucker was a villain, all right.
Yeah.
Just not in the movie. Not in the movie, but on set.
Yes, this was...
So for those... Gather around, kiddies. Shaggy's about to tell you a tale. We got time.
We have time.
Shaggy's about to tell you a delicious tale. If you do not know this about Street Fighter, there was a couple of things going on. Obviously, the bigger thing at news was Raul Julia's death.
Right.
But at the time, none of us knew, and we were kids.
Right.
Coming back now, there was a famous report back in 2018 that dropped about Street Fighter, the movie, the game, the movie.
The movie.
Just like, but no, it dropped on Street Fighter and Jean-Claude Van Damme. We were like, oh shit, maybe he's telling us how he felt like that movie deserved a little better, or maybe like, hey, I would like to do this movie again, or hey, that movie was absolute dog shit. You know, something, right? Something to say, something like, okay, maybe there's something on the horizon. When I saw this, when a medium-aged Shag saw this back in 2018, in the before times, he did not expect this Vice article to post these. And this article, like I said, this was posted by the news source. We got this source from Vice. This infamous article states, first line, Jean-Claude Van Damme was, quote, coked out of his mind, end quote, during Street Fighter, says, director says, which is coming out of the words of Steven D'Souza. Director Steven D'Souza describing the filming the 90s action flick was a total shit show. And I'm not going to read you the article, but this is what fucking nailed it for me.
Yep.
I'm going to read this blurb. Apart from actors getting punched on set and extras playing with actual knives, D'Souza revealed an oral history of Street Fighter that his star was pretty much always coked out of his mind. Quote unquote, coked out of his mind. Jean-Claude Van Damme starred as the all-American Colonel Guile, which really didn't make sense considering he's super Belgian. Yeah. And my fucking God, made no sense, but we will get on this after I finish this.
Yeah.
But he was the biggest action star around back then, so that made sense. And apparently,
was he? No, I'm joking.
At 94,
well,
yeah. Like, but going back to this, and apparently Street Fighter had to have him. At the time, he was struggling with a pretty serious cocaine addiction, snorting an estimated $10,000 of coke a week.
A week.
And it allegedly...
That is $10,000.
And it allegedly made filming a nightmare.
Yep. Yeah, they're talking about he refused to come out of the hotel.
Mm-hmm.
He'd come out when he want to come out. You know, he whatever. He'd bring alcohol to the set. And yeah, he would just be like, he'd take hours to do his scene. Like, he was a nightmare. And apparently they brought in a guy that was supposed to, hey man, you got to keep him in check.
Yeah.
And apparently that guy just ended up partying with Jean-Claude Van Damme.
Oh my God. Man, like, it was, I want to go on because there's other little blur, but that was the fucking highlighted fucking line that I swear to God had me in fucking tears, crying, laughing, because I can only fucking imagine. Now, granted, I am not laughing about addiction.
Yeah, absolutely.
Addiction is not funny.
No.
Addiction should never be made fun of. If you have a problem, please seek help.
Yeah.
And I'm saying this just out of the bottom of my heart because I had problems and I got the help I needed.
Exactly, yeah.
But holy fuck. Oh,
it's like, damn.
My God.
Yeah, it was just apparently he was a big asshole to work with.
Yeah.
On this set.
So I'm going to read this other blurb here and we'll get back onto the movie.
Yeah.
I couldn't talk about it at the time. This is more about D'Souza saying this. I couldn't talk about it at the time, but I can now. Jean-Claude was coked out of his mind, D'Souza told Guardian. The studio had to hire a wrangler to take care of him, but unfortunately the wrangler himself was a bad influence. Jean-Claude was calling in sick so much I had to keep looking through the script to find something else to film. I just couldn't sit around for hours waiting on him. On 2 occasions, the producers allowed him to go to Hong Kong, and both occasions he came back late on Mondays where he just wasn't there at all.
Sheesh.
Yeah, man. Like, according to D'Souza and few other folks on the film's cast, JCVD's habit wasn't the only element that made Street Fighter kind of a shit show. For starters, they were filming in Thailand during the talk of what an assistant director described as a possible coup.
Yes, that's right. I remember this.
And they also blown a huge chunk of the film's budget on hiring Van Damme and Raul Julia, who honestly crushed it as the villain, General Bison, which meant they didn't have the time or money to train everyone and properly before their fight scenes, which explains a lot. And the whole thing was shot out of sequence, making it hard for people on set to know what was going on. I didn't know the character. I didn't know the video game. I didn't know what the hell I was doing. Actor Roshan Seth told The Guardian, and he who played Dalsim.
Yeah.
I was supposed to be a mad scientist. I thought, what sort of mad scientist am I supposed to be doing, and what am I mad about? Despite the chaos, geopolitical turmoil, and JCVD's coke habit, things eventually came together. While the movie got horrible reviews, it wound up making in $105 million, and most importantly, kicking ass.
Hell yeah, kicking ass. Sure,
Jan.
Sure, if you say so.
But my word,
that's insane.
So growing up, loving Street Fighter, coming and then getting like to an older age is like, yo, this sucks. To having renewed faith of it's so bad it's good type of feeling towards it, only to hear that cemented as probably my top 5 so bad it's good movie.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Like the story behind it is just awful, but it's hilarious.
Yeah.
I hate saying it, but it's just like you hear about the $35 million budget, and obviously most of that money is going towards Van Damme and Raul Julia.
Yeah.
But the fact that you had to hire somebody to pull him in to work,
and that person was like, "Nah, fuck that. Let's go
and
party."
then that motherfucker just said, "Yo, this motherfucker's kind of an animal, bro. Yeah. Like, what's good? Like, you hire this man. You hire a yes man."
Yeah, basically.
You hire a yes man for Jean-Claude, and it's just, I can only fucking imagine.
Yeah.
But Raul Julia continue to be
exactly
the best thing about this movie.
Yeah. And in the trivia I saw, too, like, by contrast, can't even know was a fucking angel, apparently.
Yeah.
She was like, she bought, like, a club out, would get everyone drinks after the, the show. She was just a sweetheart. Everyone loved her.
And
Jean-Claude was banging her.
Yeah.
He was having an affair.
Yeah.
That sucks.
I mean,
that led to my fucking, like I said this a couple weeks ago, that led to my favorite, the Yo Video Games podcast. Shout out to them. They were talking about this. Matt, Matt, right? The Dr. Doom.
Yeah.
Maximilian's homeboy, yeah. He's all like, I just don't get that. Like, I'm not the person, like, if you're an asshole, why would you bang someone? Like, I don't know. And then his co-host was like, have you seen Jean-Claude Van Damme? He's like, no, that shit don't count. I don't give a shit how hard you are. If you're a shitty person, you're not, He's like, yeah, man, you don't know, man. He does that little shimmy. He walks up to you doing that little shimmy. He hits the splits. Next thing you know, you're sucking his dick. That shit fucking sent me to the moon. I'm in the mail truck hollering. Because I imagine that. That's the sad thing. That little stupid dance from the fucking breaking.
And
then he hits the splits. He's like, next thing you know, you're sucking his dick.
It's just, it. That's it. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Absolutely crazy.
Oh shit.
We can't really talk about the movie as much, but we are going to continue to talk about the villain.
Yeah, Raul Julia did the damn thing, dog. Like,
so
my man went and studied fucking legit dictators.
Dog, this
role.
This man, we watching this again. This man had quotables.
Yeah. There's
an obvious quotable that you guys heard in the opening bump.
Yeah,
and that's like the infamous one.
That's what he is known for. That's one of the greatest speeches ever.
That's one of the lines to this day. To this day, in this other group I was in frequently, that we would talk.
Yeah,
and we would say it's just Tuesday.
Yeah, it's just
fucking
Tuesday.
Tuesday. It's just Tuesday, and we would just post gifs of like, to me it was only Tuesday. Of like just anytime like it was like fucking anytime something bad happened, we just bring up Bison,
Right.
and just saying it's just Tuesday and just blaming it on that.
That's hilarious.
But like we fucking that is how much that particular one meant to us. But watching this again, like I said, how I said, like me and Jose would fuck around and be following Bison. We literally heard that man's speech about like they called me a madman.
He's like, why? He's like, why? I'm not a warlord.
I'm not a warlord.
He's like, I'm not against peace or evil. He's like, I do this for good.
He's like, I do this for good, and you're kind of like,
Yeah, he has a point. But then, like
Okay.
the way he's saying it, let's see if I can find it because IMDb does have quotes. Let me see.
He had that whole fucking speech, and the way he's saying it, it starts really fucking good, right?
Yeah.
It starts really fucking good. And then out of nowhere, he's like, I just want to build a race of supermen who can march out. I'm
Yeah.
just building a thing of super soldiers that can march out and do my bidding. And you got it?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Because he's like, why do they still call me a warlord? A madman. All I wanted to do is create the perfect genetic soldier.
And that right there.
Yeah. Like, not for power, not for evil, but for good. Carlos Blanca will be the first of many that shall march out of my laboratory
Yes.
and sweep away every adversary, every creed, every nation, until the planet is in the loving grip of the Pax Bisonica. and then peace will reign, and the world and all of humanity shall bow to me in humble gratitude.
Fam, the moment he said, it was kind of funny because it's literally going on a verbal roller coaster with this man because you're starting up like, you're going like, yeah, Superman,
what are we
and then he's
talking about?
It's like, then we're saying for good. Oh, okay. And then he's like, and then you're like, we're going to wipe out every creed. I'm like, this man is talking about genocide. Oh, my God. And it's like, and you lost me. And
Yeah,
he's
like, not even genocide. You're talking about abolishing people's history, too.
wiping the face of the earth so they could bow down.
And, of course, after that speech, we zoom in on Zangief, who's just in tears.
And
like,
tears,
that was
going like,
beautiful.
That was beautiful.
And again, DJ just like,
DJ's like, bro,
dog,
absolutely not.
this is a nightmare.
Exactly.
That's what I'm telling you. That's when I look at you, take off the glasses. This is a nightmare.
Yeah, just listen to him talking and be like, look at me and just be like, just take off the glasses like, this is a nightmare. Be like, God damn.
But yeah, that fucking, he had
Dog.
quotables for days. Like, his
Straight
presence.
quotables. Just his exact presence. Like,
And the way he worded his words.
he
and shit.
hammed up every fucking scene he was in. Ate that shit up. Ate it up. He made this movie memorable for
Exactly.
that. You don't care about anything. We are Street Fighter fans. This movie, at the beginning, anytime Raul Julia wasn't on screen, this movie pissed me off.
We were just like,
This
we
movie-
started criticize.
All I hear is criticize.
Yeah.
That was it.
No, but Raul Julia did the damn thing because, like I said, he has he researched dictators and crime lords.
Yeah.
To incorporate into Bison, like notably Benito Mussolini's hand gestures,
That makes sense.
Joseph Stalin's mannerisms,
That very makes sense.
Pablo Escobar and his elusiveness, and Adolf Hitler's love for art. That all makes up his Bison.
Okay, yeah, that's kind of creepy, but yes,
Yeah.
all of that is.
And he approached the role with a Shakespearean tone.
Actually,
He's looking at Bison in the same type of villain as Richard III. So there you go.
wow.
So that's two fucking villains. Like we just talked about earlier. Fucking
Yep.
Raul Julia
Yep.
and Frank Langella.
Yep.
Using Richard III
Like, I'm gonna be Richard III here.
fucking for Skeletor. Like he's quoting Richard III as Skeletor for
Bruh.
fuck's sakes. And now Raul Julia's acting like him.
Bruh, it's so great. But it's like, first off, man, like I said, anytime Raul Julia was not on screen anytime Bison wasn't on screen, the only thing I was looking for was DJ just being like just being fed up.
Like,
fed
I
the fuck.
work here and I made a mistake.
He's like DJ being fed the fuck like, and DJ is being played by Miguel Nunez Jr.
This is what, our third?
Yeah, it starts
Cinema
about a
villain?
third.
A third villain?
Third.
Within it? Yeah.
Third. And it's just like he gets here and he's just like, it's him going like doing his best Kiff from Futurama and just going like, oh God, okay.
Yeah.
And like, ugh. And then Zangief being fucking stupid.
Yeah.
Just anything coming out of Zangief's mouth. And that's it. High key. Because Chun-Li.
That's all right. I stand with Study. That's why I don't think this man could do a bad role.
No,
that's why.
you know what? To me, he's an honorable mention.
Yeah.
He's an honorable mention. Because I'm like, okay, so there's Sagat.
Yeah.
And then, but as soon as Sagat comes on screen with Bison, it's just right back to Bison because Bison's saying, Bison's fucking with Sagat. He literally covered his eye. Bison covered his own eye. It's like, I guess you didn't see that,
trivia,
did you?
that was ad-libbed. Like, he threw
that
in.
Of course he did. It was fucking great.
Yeah.
It was fucking great. It was great.
That was fucking hilarious. Like, I guess you didn't see that, did you? Covered like one of his eyes.
And I fucking crying.
I needed Sagat to be like, Tiger Genocide.
Tiger Genocide.
Oh, shit.
Like, this bitch just tried me.
Oh, fuck. But yeah, because that scene of them in the camp together when they go, it's all like, hey, how would you like to rule the land instead of money? Sagat's like, nah, fam, I want money, dog.
He's pretty much like, wow, that sounds promising, but with this war, it sounds like ain't gonna be too much land to conquer, so I'd rather have money right now.
That's when we pull out the Bison dollars.
The Bison dollars worth 5 British pounds.
He's like, what? He's like, that would be the exchange rate Britain agrees upon when I kidnap their queen. And Sagat's like, aye, dog, we're out. Like, no.
Sagat fucking realized faster than DJ that this motherfucker's out of his goddamn mind. He's like, I was a fool to be working with you, Bison.
Yeah.
Like this paper, like this money isn't worth.
Printed on.
Go ahead, I'm sorry.
No, that's what it is. I'll never forget that because Maximilian did that same skit with Dr. Doom. He's like, Doom dollars. He's like, worth the paper it's printed on.
Is it worth the paper it's printed on? Like,
Oh,
what are you?
shit.
Like, just shaking it. And then, like, just tosses it in the fire.
Yeah.
And Bison just takes that as offensive.
Like, motherfucker, you're going to die.
Like, you going to die? Like, bro, I just, what? For your fake ass money?
Right. Poor Sagat never got paid.
Dog.
We were talking about that.
Sagat did all this. Sagat gun running. This man ain't never seen a thing. Ain't seen one red cent.
No.
Ain't seen shit. And fucking Blanca.
Yeah, Blanca's in this movie. So what is Blanca's backstory? He's just a random crazy dude from the Amazon, right?
Yeah. He's a creature.
Yeah.
And but he's an actual person because his mom just left him and he just grew up in the Amazon. So he's he's not Charlie.
No, Charlie is a completely different character.
Charlie
is Nash.
For fucking years.
Yeah.
Is a character I thought that was Blanca, and this movie had fucked me up.
Then Street Fighter Alpha comes out, and you're like, who the hell is this?
I'm like, yo, is that Blanca?
Yeah.
I'm like, but Blanca's right. What?
Yeah.
It just fucked with me, just like to this day. And you know what I was going to say about this? Like another fucking part of this movie that came up. You want to talk about speeches. Like Jean-Claude did his speech, which he was obviously coked the fuck up for. But
it's like the second best speech in this movie.
Yeah, the second best speech.
Even though someone's like, I don't understand what the fuck he's saying. I'm like, how could you not? This is up there with the Independence Day speech.
Yes.
Up there with the Pacific Rim speech.
Yes.
It's like, okay, I'll go die. Hell yeah, let's go, Jean-Claude.
You want to read that fucking speech?
Well, it's just like...
You give him time.
Let me find it out, because I know the end part, because the end part is the best.
The end part's like, the end part fucking sticks the landing. That's a 10, that's a 10, 10, 10, all straight through. What we bring up blind, it's just they do so. This movie does so much that to fuck with the Street Fighter like lore, and yeah, we can like, oh, you guys are just weebs. You guys just no, bro. Like, ain't no fucking way.
Because even the fucking Mortal Kombat movie did pretty good with sticking with the lore.
Yes,
with the exception of
one or two
Sub-Zero and Scorpion.
One or two things like, here and there, but like, bruh.
But even then, they did it perfectly. Because like Shang Tsung was like, oh, they're mortal enemies. He's like, but slaves under my power.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, I believe
all
it.
right, I believe it. All right, but like, no, they fucking ain't no fucking way. Ain't no fucking way. Ryu and Ken are hustlers. Balrog the boxer being a good guy. Why is Balrog, E Honda, and Chun Li all fucking working for a news team? That makes no goddamn sense.
Yeah, why do they have jobs?
Yeah, why do they have jobs?
Yeah, it's just random. Like, okay, we got to give them.
Ken Masters is a hustler, yet this man is one of the richest men in America.
Yeah,
like
in the game, it's
the fucking game, he becomes rich after him and Ryu are best friends and rivals.
They train together.
They train together, and then he goes back to America, still winning Ken's winning tournaments. Unless Ryu's in them, then he's not winning those tournaments.
Yeah, exactly.
And then it's just, oh my God, Cammy's not brainwashed.
No,
it's just, and then your fucking Guile is Belgian.
The muscle from Brussels.
It's just, it's so much shit that go on.
And they
here,
do
man.
not have the speech. I'm insane.
No.
That is
okay.
That is,
What's at least the?
Oh wait, it's right here.
Okay,
fuck.
go.
Troopers. I can't do a Jean-Claude.
This is
just imagine it in the Jean-Claude accent.
This is Jean-Claude as Colonel Guile giving his speech to the troopers.
It's like, troopers, yeah. I have just received new orders. Our superiors say the war is cancelled and we can all go home. Bison is getting paid off for his crimes, and our friends here would have died. Why am I Scottish? Would have died here for nothing. But we can all go home. Meanwhile, ideas like peace, freedom, and justice, they get packed up, but we can all go home. Well, I'm not going to go home. I'm going to get on my boat. I'm going upriver. And I'm going to kick that son of a bitch bison's ass so hard that the next bison wannabe is going to feel it. Now, who wants to go home? And who wants to go with me?
Yeah! Motherfuckers are all like, yeah!
And everyone just takes off. Like I said, I know the boat part. That's the part where everyone knows. He's like, we're going to take this boat.
You know the boat part, yeah. And I'm sitting there going like, you see their version of the UN or
what
the
is
AN.
the Allied Nations.
Allied Nations coming in, and I'm like, no, that's not the Allied Nations. That's not the UN. That's Capcom coming to fucking say, stop this shit right the fuck now. Capcom's like looking at this shit and like trying to send out a cease and desist. And
It's too late. They're like, shit.
And Guile's like, yeah, no, y'all can stop this. I'm gonna go finish this movie. And he getting there like, what? And I'm like, well, that's Capcom reps.
Yeah.
That's what I wanted to fucking tell you.
Capcom reps.
Like Capcom,
Oh, shit.
Capcom reps that ain't the UN, that ain't the fucking AN. That's the Capcom reps coming down saying, yo, stop this shit right now.
When we just can't see the light of day. Too late, baby.
Like, too late, baby. We hitting it out.
Oh,
Like,
shit.
oh man. I'm trying to think. We covered the positive of this movie is Raul Julia.
Absolutely.
And just anytime he's he's showing up anytime it's his scene, it's just him.
Yeah.
Just being fucking amazing. Just any fucking scene. And it's just like, and then obviously the one scene we're not even fucking talking about because it's probably our fucking favorite scene in the goddamn whole movie. I'm pretty sure. Is when he's just saying the Tuesday speech.
Yeah.
It's the whole thing. Like
Chun-Li's in the movie. And she's good. She's a positive. I guess. Mina Wynn's always fun to look at.
I mean,
she's
okay,
good,
so like Mina Wynn was like, all right, so Raul Julia, my positives from this, Raul Julia, Mina Wynn, coked up Van Damme.
Yeah. Sagat, honorable mention.
Sagat, honorable mention. And I don't hate Sagat. It's just like, I want to like Sagat, but it's like, okay, but Bison's right there.
Yeah.
Bison overshadows.
Well, he overshadows everyone as soon as he pops up on screen.
DJ, I'm going to put DJ and fucking Zangief under the same fucking tree. And then that, to me, that's it.
Yeah.
That's it.
Absolutely.
Like, there's no fight scenes to be worth the shit.
Really not.
I mean, we do get fucking 2 flash kicks from Guile, but
which
like,
is cool. Like, hey, but
but no.
as far as Van Damme fights, this isn't even a good one.
Absolutely not. I
Yeah.
remember we fucking tried to cover that, and you were like, "What's your favorite Van Damme movie?" You're like, "Street Fighter." I'm like, "No,
That technically
can't-
doesn't count. Yeah.
I can't. No,
This is Raul Julia's movie.
Yes.
This yeah,
this is
absolutely.
Raul Julia's. Van Damme just happened to be there.
Yeah.
Like maybe snorting coke.
And then we talked about this earlier. I mentioned it earlier. Kenny Omega, like I said, when he was talking about this movie, like, who could you have possibly gotten, though, at this time?
Dog.
94 to please Guile.
Dog, you couldn't
Really no one, dude.
No, you.
I'm trying to think of a wrestler that could have been Guile from 94. Sting? Maybe, but even then, he ain't acting.
They want an acting, man.
Yeah.
And then like it's Capcom trying to like listen to that, and they're kind of like, okay, we'll go with it. And
I'm
they're
thinking
kinda
of blonde flat tops. Sting? The only
Yep,
one I could think
bro.
of? Yeah.
You're trying to like, and I want to say this movie probably wouldn't have made the money it made if
No.
it didn't have
Name.
if it didn't have Van Damme in it.
Yeah.
That definitely helped in
Absolutely.
the 90s. Like I couldn't tell you who else in 94 was going to be able to play fucking Van Damme. Or not Van Damme, but like Colonel Guile, a
Yeah.
blonde-haired dude. Not because if we talked about the other dude you could have probably put there was Dolph Lundgren, and I'm like,
Yeah.
ain't nobody flocking to theaters to see Dolph Lundgren?
No.
No.
No, absolutely not.
Nah, man.
Unless he's with someone. Unless he's the main bad guy.
Yes, unless he's the bad guy.
Yeah.
Like, no one's trying to see Dolph Lundgren in that
Now,
particular
could
scene.
he have been Sagat?
No.
He'd have been a whitewashed
He'd
Sagat.
have been a white. Nah, that shit would have been. He could play Zangief.
He could have played Zangief. Yeah.
He could have. The motherfucker just been huge.
Yeah.
Like tall. They're like, yo, that's not my
Well,
Zangief.
Zangief's kind of tall.
He's tall, but he's also muscular.
He's wide
the
as
dude,
fuck, yeah.
The dude that they got to play Zangief was
Actually
that
perfect,
was,
yeah.
That was actually really good casting. But
Yeah.
it's just like, these are not my dudes.
Yeah.
This is not my Street Fighter. But we could go on the negatives all day. But like just
well, back to our favorite scene. I just realized we didn't talk about it. But yeah. Chun-Li's explaining how, like, Bison, you fucking killed my dad.
yeah.
Back in the day, before you became a fucking general and a warlord, you were just a drug lord.
Before you called yourself general.
Yeah,
Before
you were just a
before you-
petty drug lord.
Yep, you just petty
The whole
drug
time
lord.
Bison's like, huh? He's doing like these little quick little quips.
He's
and
in
shit.
his bedroom getting changed for the
changing to like a
evening.
Hugh Hefner-esque robe.
Yes.
And even has a matching hat with that
Yes.
too.
Oh, dude.
Which trivia never seen without the hat.
Of
That's
course.
the closest you got, but he switched it so quick you didn't see it.
Yeah, it just whoop.
Yeah.
It's just like it was like fucking. It was like Ray J put on the hats in different ways.
Yeah.
Like put it on the beanies in different ways. Like, bro, what? Like, huh? Like, how are you doing this? But man, it's like, but that scene too, where and he's like, and he just that whole he didn't even say he only had maybe 3 lines of dialogue, 3-4 lines of dialogue in that whole scene.
Yeah. Because she's letting, because like I said, then we get it. He's like, I don't remember none of that shit.
He goes, I'm sorry, I don't remember any of it.
Like I said, we played it at the beginning, so you know you got it
Yeah,
already.
you guys heard it, but it's
It's great.
Dude,
It's the best. It's the most iconic shit ever.
Yep. It is great, man. All right, I guess let's we can kind of wrap
I'm trying
this.
to, let me see if there's any more trivia.
Yeah, hit us up with some more of that there trivia.
Especially
Bone Daddy.
on wonderful, the soundtrack is hip hoppy as hell.
I did not know Ice Cube was on this fucking soundtrack.
I didn't know a lot. I just remembered for all the wrong reasons, I just remember the MC Hammer, Deion Sanders
Of
song.
course. When you fucking reminded me that, like, yo, we're playing the credits, it's like, yo, I wonder if they're playing the fucking Deion Sanders song. I was like, you get the fuck out of here.
And then you heard the song, you're like,
as soon as I played it, I was like,
no.
God damn it.
I think you probably erased it from your brain.
I
and
did.
I was like, no.
I did. I forgot it was there. And I'm just like, huh.
Oh, of course, he did this for his kids, Raul Julia.
Yeah.
'Cause, like, one, he knew he was dying, and two, he wanted something that they would love because they were huge fans of the game.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. And that's cemented.
According to the director, Capcom loved the movie.
Of course they did. Of fucking course they did.
In 2003, Jean-Claude Van Damme was actually working on a sequel, Street Fighter II,
I wish.
for Universal, which had released the original, of course. Several cast members have been hired to join them, including his Universal Soldier co-star Dolph Lundgren in an unrevealed role.
Who the hell would he have been?
So I'm thinking, let's think of the newer cast. Alex. I was just about to say Alex.
I had to probably be Alex.
Because, of course, you're going to get another non-American to be an American-ass dude.
Yep. Even though there's like a bunch of other people.
Holly Valance Australian actress Holly Valance would have replaced Kylie Minogue as Cammy White. And Damien Chapa would have reprised his role as Ken. Hey. Byron Mann was also in talks to return as Ryu. However, after a few years of trying to get the sequel off the ground, it never materialized. And the sequel was scrapped in favor for the reboot, Street Fighter, The Legend of Chun-Li.
Nope.
When the Street Fighter fight rights reverted from Universal Pictures to Fox.
Nope.
Absolutely not.
Nope.
Never. Just letting you know right now.
Wait.
Never.
Wait. So you said Fox got the rights, right?
Yeah.
At the time? So that movie's a Disney movie now.
If they still have the rights. I don't know if they do.
No, that movie technically still would be a Disney. Because if Fox made that, that's technically a Disney movie now. Ew.
But absolutely not, people. Absolutely not.
Yeah, we're not going to subject, no.
If we were to open up a Patreon tier and you pick a movie and you pick Street Fighter,
that's the only fucking way.
No, I would be like, here's your money back.
He's like, absolutely.
Thank you, sir. Absolutely not.
Absolutely not. This man said, like, no.
I'm letting you know that right now.
He's
like, absolutely not.
I'm not doing it. It's like, that'll be like, Shag, you're on your own. I'm like, I'm not watching this. Please.
Oh, this is kind of cool. During the beginning of the final fight, Gao says his windcoat from the game, like, are you man enough to fight me?
Yeah, I did hear
At which
that.
Bison responds with his end quote, which is, anyone who opposes me will be destroyed.
That's all. Yeah, that was always cool to me. I forgot about that. You get into the madness of it all.
Yeah, and then that was pretty much it.
That's pretty much it.
And of course, he quoted the Satanic Bible at the end, which is fucking metal as fuck.
Dude, we're in this bitch like, fuck yeah.
He's like, and behold. Well, hold on. I got what was it at? Oh my God, where's it at? I just had it. There's a Wilhelm screen in the movie.
Where?
The beginning, one of the hostages get thrown in. There's also a Goofy scream somewhere making this one of the few non-Disney movies to have a Goofy scream. Yeah. I don't know where though, but yeah.
Now I'm gonna fucking watch this again to kind of be like, I want to hear it.
Yeah, but I thought that was hilarious. I'll fucking do it again. With my meat. Sorry. For I beheld Satan, and he fell from heaven like lightning. As he's fucking flying.
As he's flying through the air.
He's been revived. Because he gets killed.
Yeah.
And gets revived through the power of his suit.
Yep.
Which can, like, administer shock and
that shit.
CPR and adrenaline.
That shit is amazing. Like...
But yeah, that's it, really, because it's Raul Julia watching, man.
Yeah, it's just, you guys got to watch it if Raul Julia's in it.
Also, random fact, one more time.
Yo.
All these suits, the military's outfits, both from Street Fighter and Bison's team, they were reused again.
And?
Surf Ninjas.
Oh, no. No, oh, no.
I remember watching Cinemassacre's review of Surf Ninjas. And then he was like, yo, man, I swear to God, they're wearing the same shit they wore in Street Fighter. And then the fucking video paused. And it was like, quick note from the future. Yes, we looked it up. Those are the exact same suits.
Oh, I got to watch Surf Ninjas.
Oh, we got to do Surf Ninjas.
We got to do Surf Ninjas,
It's Leslie Nielsen's the bad guy.
Oh, my God. Yeah, we're doing Surf Ninjas, man.
One day, yeah.
But
it's Rob Schneider.
Dude, it's
But he's not a main character.
No, he's not.
Okay, they say you can get away. Well, even then,
it's still good. Let's go ahead and try to get this wrapped up then, my man.
Let's do this.
What is your favorite cinema villain moment here, Jose?
For me, it was Tuesday.
Yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot.
Yeah.
There's nothing else that I can just say. Nothing in comparison. Nothing in comparison.
Yeah,
just like at all. Just,
honorable mention, fucking beheld like Satan.
That one,
Psycho Crusher. Honorable mention. Yeah.
I was gonna say just like if we're talking about a Raw Julia cinema moment.
Yeah.
Definitely fucking it's the speech The first speech.
The Pax Bisonica, bro, as
Like,
he's
yeah,
explaining
exactly.
his food, like the food court needs to be bigger. All
Yeah,
the
exactly.
franchises are going to be one in.
And he ain't lied.
I was like, Shaq, he's not lying. McDonald's
be
be
that
the first one
I was
in
like,
there.
like, bro, let him have a Popeyes in that bitch. I'd be like, yo. I was like, yep, Bison.
Hell, Bison.
Hell, Bison up in this bitch. Dude, the Zaxby's? Shit.
Oh, wow.
Hey, bro, fucking drinking from the Kool-Aid. I dumped my whole head in that bitch.
Shout out to one of my coworkers. He was talking about, I ain't never been to Zaxby's. He a dude from fucking North Carolina. That cracks me up. He's like, man, none of y'all been to Zaxby's? I pull him up. I'm like, dog, come here. Terrence, come here, dog. Look at who you're asking. He's like, yeah. What color are they? He's like, dog, you right. You right. He's asking all the white people. No, I love y'all. He's asking all the white people. And they're like, no, we never. I was like, Shaggy's dead. I killed Shaggy. Holy shit.
Oh, my fucking God. Oh, the tears I cried.
Yeah, because I was like, Terrence, come here, dog. Come here. Let me holler at you. He's like, oh, look who you're asking, bro.
Oh. Ooh, okay. All right. Ooh. Oh, God. Okay.
Honorable dismention, the fact that Balrog pulls out boxing gloves for no fucking reason.
Bruh, I don't even want to fucking talk about, like, how bad that shit is. Like, you got fucking... Everyone's getting... I like how everyone, when they're in Bison's fucking place, everyone low-key gets, like, somewhat close to their video game outfit. The only person who was rocking their video game outfit throughout the entire fucking movie is Bison. Mm-hmm. Like, fucking everybody else kind of gets close to it. Like, E. Honda.
You can argue Vega, too.
Okay, yeah, Vega and fucking Bison. But, like, E. Honda, low-key, like, who is a Hawaiian instead of a fucking Japanese man.
Right.
Strips, like, low-key strips down, and you see him getting the marks on his face like he actually has, and he actually does a sumo pose. Balrog fucking gets a fucking blue jumpsuit and finds some gloves that mysteriously look like boxing gloves. Chun-Li's like in like a fucking outfit that looks like a fucking Chun-Li's outfit is like what happens when your player if both of y'all want to be Chun-Li instead of one of y'all getting blue, the other
player
one's red.
outfit, yeah, absolutely.
Let's see. Ken and Ryu don't even get their fucking jumpsuits until they join up with Bison, and even then, they're fucking like Ryu doesn't have his fucking headband, like his his glorious red headband, and then like he throws off his goddamn the top half of his gi.
Yeah,
fucking.
Which is what he doesn't. He doesn't do that to like Street Fighter 5.
Exactly. Like Cammy is not like
Cammy doesn't have the cheeks out.
Yeah, Cammy out here.
Yeah. She doesn't have the swimsuit
For the nasty motherfuckers out here. And then fucking that's just like it's just so but man, anywho,
yeah,
we here at Cinema Villains not only review these movies, but we review the villain in these movies, and we judge them off of 3 categories. Those categories are the motive, the drip, and the threat level. Jose, my dear friend, my compadre, what is his what are you giving him for his motive grade?
It's a 5, bro. Come on.
Really?
That Pax Bisonica speech, bro.
Are you sure? Are you dead ass?
I kind of want... You know what? Fuck it. No, it's a solid 4.
I was going to give him a 4 as well. Yeah. I had him at a 3.5, and then I remember the speech. I gave him a 4. Because I'm like, he's not getting a 5.
He's just basically a dictator. I'm going to take over the world.
It's that, yeah, and it's like, just like you had, like, dog, none of the shit you were doing. Because, like, what made it go back down to a 3? It's like, Sagat's like, you are a fucking crazy man. And it's like, I'm not. And he's like, no, you literally are doing shit that's insane. Yeah. Like, why are we following you? Oh, that's why we're following you. No, this motherfucker's crazy. Mm-hmm. Like, that type of shit, right? So you gave him a 4, I'm going to give him a 4. Cool. The drip.
Oh, drip's a 5.
5. Fucking
100%, yeah.
1,000% a 5. Like, that was not even going to, like, He's one of the only other fucking characters in video game history and video game movie history that comes close to the actual fucking outfit he actually wears in the goddamn games. It's beautiful. He fucking nails it. That shit's done. 5. Now for the fun part, threat level.
I really wanted to give this man a clean sweep. I'm not gonna lie.
You wanted to give him 5
all
across the
5s
board.
across the board because
I couldn't.
Because I was just like, because I'm trying to think as a threat level.
You want me to know
Everyone but
you know what I gave him?
What'd you give him, dude?
I gave him a 4.
Did you?
I gave him a 4.
Like everyone not named Guile could not take this dude, and Chun-Li to a certain extent.
Yeah,
I guess.
Chun-Li was like, yo, I'm out.
Chun-Li was giving him the work, I guess.
Chun-Li was giving him them hands.
Yeah.
And then the fucked up thing is she probably could have killed him. Because even Bison ran from her because Bison wasn't ready.
Yeah.
Bison didn't even have his shit on.
Which is weird because it was inconsistent because he was lifting motherfuckers up one-handed.
Yes.
So clearly he had some
He
type
was not
of...
prepared.
Yeah.
He was not prepared.
I'll give him a 4.5.
You 4.5?
Yeah.
Okay. I gave him a 4 only because like Chun-Li had that motherfucker in a mix, had a motherfucker in a blender.
Yeah.
And if they weren't disturbed, if they didn't distract him, Chun-Li probably would have messed him up. And he did die.
Did he, Shag?
Guile killed him.
Yeah.
And then his suit brought him back.
So here's the thing. In the theaters, there was a post-credit scene.
Uh-huh.
To explain to the crowd. Oh, he died twice. That's what we're talking about.
Yeah. But I'm saying Guile...
That one time, yeah.
Guile fucking killed him and just like it was done. And I was like, well, damn, that's all? And I'm like, where's the second round? I was like, look, man, I've been playing a lot of Elden Ring, so I'm waiting for the second phase to start. So I'm like, okay, you whooped his ass. I'm waiting for the second phase.
And it's even a thing in fighting games, like, oh, he's going to M-Bison you. Where you beat him, where you get to the boss, and you beat him, like, oh, this ain't bad. But then the second round, he comes and just destroys you.
Comes out and just like fucking, fuck the lube, I'm going in dry.
Yeah. So he does that. Oh, and by the way, there is a post-credit scene after everything. It's like, you hear the computer going off, like, solar power, switching to solar power. And it's like you see the suit bringing Bison back to life again.
Yep.
And then you see his hand come through the goddamn rubble.
Yep.
And he has the goddamn mouse
and shit. He's like, what's the next plan? It's like world domination.
Like replay.
Yeah. And it's just like.
So he's back. So
none of that.
But that
happen.
never happened again.
There's for obvious
reasons, yeah.
For obvious reasons.
I like both of them. To film a post-credit scene with him showing not dead, knowing this man doesn't have time left.
Passed. Like, did y'all not cut this? Like, what is?
Yeah, because it was in the theaters, and then for home video, for the longest time, that bitch you couldn't find it.
Yeah.
But then I told Shaq, I wonder if they added it back in the Blu-ray, and they sure enough did.
Yep. But yeah, I understand because we even had this discussion off air, saying that it might be interesting. I just in faith could not give him a threat level if like while he wants to fight. Certain people are putting him in a blender. Yeah. And it's just like, ugh. Because now I'm starting to think, I think Sagat could have handled him, dog.
Maybe.
Sagat might have could have handled him.
Right. It's only because remember how quickly he disposes of those motherfuckers in the beginning.
Because they're fucking peons. Then you get somebody who could actually fight.
Trained soldiers, my guy.
Trained soldiers got their asses whooped.
Not even whooped, just clack.
Like clack.
He could not even be bothered.
You didn't break Chun-Li's neck. You ain't break Guile's neck. Like, what's good?
I think he was trying.
Bro, the biggest thing is Chun-Li put that man in a fucking blender for 3 minutes.
Yeah.
And the only reason why she didn't fuck him up is because they got interrupted by E Honda, Balrog, Ryu and Ken. And that's it.
And that's basically it. Well, yeah, and we forgot when they do the pose at the end of the movie.
Oh yeah,
everyone does their video game pose,
except for Dalsim and Blanca, who die in the fucking destruction because Dalsim's like.
Which I was like, yo, what the fuck? Because I told Shag, Guy was about to kill Blanca, because he's like they turned him to Blanca, he's big and green, and he's like, I'll put you, I'll ease your pain, buddy. I'm just gonna put a bullet in your head. And then Dalsim comes like, no, what gives you the right to take this man's life? Only for them to be like, nah, we're going to die, bro.
Yeah, we're going to die. Don't worry about it.
And I got to atone for my sins. He's like, even Guy was like, what?
Bro, I could have ended him like
for
both of y'all, really.
Yeah.
Y'all just gonna blow. I have to tell him, bruh.
But hey, this story does continue. The USA cartoon is a sequel to this movie.
Yes, I forgot.
Yes, so we technically did get our sequel.
We did. I think I'm going to try and fucking put the GIF. I'm going to try and see if, when I post for Instagram, if the GIF is just Guile getting trash thrown at him.
Fucking Kenny, I always think he always tells those dad jokes, and he always posts that GIF.
It's just like, yes. This is like fucking...
Either that GIF or the one with Bison where he's like, yes!
That's my favorite one.
Yes!
That's my favorite one. I got that one. It was like, yeah, I guess I got the videos. Yes! Yes! But like, no, fucking... I want to see if we can fucking get the Guile one, and everyone's throwing trash at him in the ring, and he's got his arms up.
Photoshop Jean-Claude's face on him. God damn.
Oh my God.
But yeah, so yeah, if you want to see this story continue, yeah.
Go watch the cartoon.
Oh, yeah, have fun with that.
Oof.
Yeah, the biggest of oof.
Oof.
Somehow that did not end up being their worst cartoon.
No.
Shout out to you, Mortal Kombat.
Hey, man, relax. That was young Shag's childhood.
It's combat time. Proceeds to get her ass whooped every goddamn time.
Dog, I promise you. I still love those cartoons.
Shout out to Wildcats.
Oh, my God. All right, good people, we appreciate you tuning into our foolishness.
Yeah, thank you, man. We appreciate it. Shout out to Raul Julia. Raul Julia.
Raul Julia.
No, that's my
Julia Julia.
That's my fucking name on Twitter now. I'm changing my shit.
Like
Raul
Julia. R-A-W Julia.
Julia. Like a ghoul.
Julia.
Let's fucking go. That's my new Twitter name.
Ghouls. Like Raw Julia.
Raw Julia.
For Raw Julia, I'm Shaggy Black. Y'all have a good one.
Take care of yourselves. We love you.
Later.